Hello everybody, it's Arwen from Arwen's Thermobestie and I'm so excited because today I'm unboxing my second TM7. I've been waiting to do this for a long time and I know I'm an overachiever. I've already got one TM7 but I just love having two, being a consultant, so I just want to show you how you can set it up. So there is a little tab thingy here on the front and we're just going to rip that and then also on the other side I'm just going to cut off the tape first and pull the tab thingy. It's a very technical term, tab thingy, isn't it? Oh wow, have a little look at that. So exciting. So just unwrap that. I just love how it is packaged, like how gorgeous does that look? I'm trying to film two videos at once, a live one and another one to put on YouTube. So we've got our book here and we've also got our very exciting bowl. So it's an insulated bowl and just unwrap that. So yeah, it's in there, wrapped in there very well. So I'll just get that one out. So exciting. It's like Christmas, isn't it? I'll just put that box. Also, you can reuse the boxes, especially for transporting cakes such as lemon curd bars, cheesecake. So it's so exciting now. There isn't a wait time for your TM7. So for us in Tassie, it normally takes about a week to arrive once you've placed your order. And we've got the little measuring cup in there, just get everything unpacked and then we can have a bit of fun setting it all up. Get rid of our bowl and the lid, and then we're just going to get the aroma out. So that's very exciting. Just pop that in there. We'll undo that in a minute and then we'll get the base out. Super exciting, so I'll just get rid of this little box here. So I'll unwrap the aroma in a second. So at least I've had a bit of practice. I don't want to jinx myself now that I'm doing a live unboxing, but I've had a bit of practice helping customers unpack the Thermomixes now. Here's the new spatula. I'll unwrap that in a bit. And then we have the base. So exciting. All about the base. Okay. I really do feel like it is Christmas time. Just pop that over there. And I'm going to take that off. Also going to just plug it into a PowerPoint because it does take a little moment for your Thermomix to load. And that's why it's handy that I've got my other Thermomix here because I can show you a few things while it's loading. So I'm just pressing the on button. Also, I would love some ideas for a name for my new Thermomix. My TM7, the first one I've had for a few months now, that's called 007. So I'd love some ideas for what I should call this new baby here. So here's the Varoma. Now I'm looking forward to doing a Varoma week with you soon, or even we could extend it to a month if it gets so popular. So for steaming, I just like the Varoma. So while that's loading up, you can also pull the cord out to this very fancy red piece of tape, or you can thread it back in once you've got it in a PowerPoint. This is just a bit of a extension cord down here for the video. So we'll pop that there. We'll unwrap the new spatula. I love these things. I mean, obviously I've got one here that I've already been using. There we go. And we also want to unwrap the manual. So have a good read of that as well, everybody. And we have the butterfly whisk and the simmering basket. One of the most exciting things that everybody is excited about is how easy it is to remove the blades. So I'm just going to push it to the side. Then you can easily take out the blades and also take up the inner bowl. So then if you want to put it back, you just connect that spine up to the handle and then just slide it in. It's just like doing a puzzle. Pop it back in and lock it in. Then it will go on there. So it is the same size, 2.2 litres, and inside the bowl you can see there is still the maximum line there and the lines for 1 litre and in between that as well. And what else have we got? I hope everyone can see okay, because I can't actually see the screens, and I'm sorry I can't make any comments if you're asking me questions, but I will reply to them in a moment. Oh yes, we've got the new lid, so that just sits on top here, and then the cap just sits on top, and then you just give it a little twist so it still doesn't fall off, but it's not on there like super firm, but it's got still the little holes in here to let out some steam when you're cooking as well. So, and also it is still slanted, so it's good for emulsification, making all your mayonnaises and such forth. Now, also, your simmering basket just sits in here, okay? And try doing it backwards. This might be interesting, but your spatula is still the handle, but it's a slightly different angle than what you're used to, so that's pretty cool. Also, another cool use for your spatula is when you have got dough in there, you can use that to loosen off the dough. So that's just a little tip there. And as all Thermomix, it's designed exceptionally well, so it can stand up, the spatula, or you can sit it down to avoid making too much mess in your kitchen, which I can sometimes be a bit of an overachiever when it comes to making mess. And I'm still waiting for that. Oh, it's doing something exciting now. So let's have a look at what it's saying on the screen now. Okay, we'll wait for that to load. The butterfly whisk, you still sit it on top of the blades. Give it a little twist, and if it comes out, try the other way. There we go, that way. So it doesn't sit in really tight, but you shouldn't go above speed 4. And no recipe will ask you to do that. So if you're whipping cream for the first time, it only takes around 20 seconds, so make sure you watch it, because you could make butter, which is one of my favourite things to do as well. Okay, things are still waiting for the Thermomix to warm up. I will show you the Varoma. So there is now a new function for the Varoma. So it's saying start now, actually. I'll go to this screen. So we choose English Australia, and then we also choose Australia, and then it takes you through all of the safety information, which I will put up on my other screen here because I didn't know if I was going to have to do anything else on this one. So always use only official Thermomix products, so you'll be able to read all through these, and don't put your Thermomix on top of your cooktop. As you can see, I don't actually have a cooktop in my kitchen, just a plug-in one, but I do have an oven. I've got a range hood that I sit my 2 Thermomix under. So if you need to stop your Thermomix, just press on the silver button off and on, and then don't overfill past the maximum line, and we've shown you about the blades, how to do those, and don't knock your Thermomix over, and read all the instructions. So that's when you would connect up to the Wi-Fi. So I will do that in a moment, but for the time being, I'm just going to, this new Thermomix you can actually slide along, so it's got a little wheel thing out the back, and I'll move on to my other Thermomix so you can see some of the cool things about it. And I hope you can see the screen okay from where you are. I might just take the Varoma off. So I did start talking about the Varoma just then. Always open the lids away from yourself so you don't get a facial steam. You can sit the lid upside down on the bench to catch any drips, and you've got 2 layers of steaming. This Varoma is much bigger than the other ones that we've had previously. So I do love the Varoma. I know I can't stop talking about it. Just tell me to be quiet, won't you? Okay, so now on your screen of your Thermomix, we will take it down here into the dots at the bottom. When you first set it up, it will give you the option of what you'd like your home screen to look like, and there's 3 options there, so that's pretty easy to take yourself through that. So settings, we can go into the settings, and once you've set up your Wi-Fi and your cookie dough, you can go into the sounds. Now I always like to turn the sound down for the chime, and also have it to have a short duration for the chime as well. You can choose if you'd like the sound to make a noise when you're ticking off ingredients, and also start up and shut down. You can do the display. You can have it large or standard. I need large, my glasses. And you can also make the brightness up as well, which is what I've done. In the profile, that can be a little bit of fun as well. It's fun doing it upside down. So in the profile here, you can put your own name in there, or the name of your Thermomix. So I've got mine called 007 for this one. Oh, here it is, profile, and you can just edit the name here. Okay, then if we go on to the blade symbol, then you will have all of the functions. So this section under here is really handy. It's got all different ingredients. So if you're new to thermomixing and you're not quite sure how long to chop something for, how long to steam something for, you just need to select the ingredient and how much you've got, and it will take you through all of that. Then we have all of the functions up here. So manual cooking, or manual mode. You can freestyle all your favorite recipes. They don't have to be a Thermomix recipe. And you can just go in manually here. So you've got minutes or seconds, and you can scroll up or down. So if there's also presets here for quick ones, so you can either do +1, +5, 10 or 30, or you can reset really easily. Then you've got your temperatures as well. You can scroll up or down for those. And you've also got your speed starting at soft speed all the way up to speed 10. And this blade is where you press it for the blades to go into reverse. This is like a crash course, isn't it? Like speed dating of thermomixing, TM7ing, okay. And your scales are here too. So I just love being able to use the scales and the manual setting all in the one screen, and the screen is so big, I love it. So once you've selected, just say we'll go on slow for this, then once you've selected that, and what have we got, 40 degrees, we probably don't need any degrees for this at the moment. Just do a reset on that. And then it'll activate so you can actually press play. And you will notice how quiet it is, especially on the lower speeds. I know there's nothing in there, but I'm just putting the lid on anyway. Okay, so then you can press pause or stop. Each of the settings have this little bit at the top that says show tips. So there's preparation steps, and then there's also other tips, and these are so useful to just have a read through, because if you go through a session with your consultant, you're not going to remember everything. So it's good that your Thermomix has got all that information there for you. Okay, pre-clean. This is really good for all the different types of cleaning that you might like to do. There's a quick one, so it just makes it easy for cleaning before you put it in the dishwasher. So I normally would just put the inside bowl into the dishwasher with the blades and the lid, but I just wash this outside one by hand. It doesn't get too dirty, even for me. So you've got quick cleaning, universal, dough mode, browning or caramel, and you just put a litre of water, a tiny drop of detergent or vinegar, and then that will make it easy for cleaning. You have the dough mode as well, so we still recommend that you don't leave your Thermomix unattended when you're kneading dough. I'm going to be making some dough this afternoon. It's one of my favourite things. And again, you can just set the minutes or the seconds, or you can just let it go up from 0. You've got the scales there as well. So that's just going to be your kneading function there. And we have browning, so you can get up to 160 degrees now, and there's 2 options. You can do gentle or intense, and if you want to know the answer to what's the difference, well, it's inside the tips. Don't want to have any spoilers there for you. Steaming mode, so when you are using the Varoma, you need a minimum of 500 grams of water. Boil the kettle if you're in a rush, and if you're steaming a whole chicken like I like to do, you need at least a litre of water, and go for 60 minutes. So yeah, again, just in steaming mode, select your time. It's on reverse automatically, and you've got your speeds available there as well. And just press play and you go into steaming. So many other amazing things. Turbo, blend, egg boiler. That is super cool. So you put the eggs in next to the blades and the blades don't move. You put a litre of water and up to 6 eggs, and you can see, select how well done you'd like them. So that's a really handy one too. Open lid cooking, which is new for this model Thermomix. So that's exciting as well. You can do your spaghetti and all of that. If you didn't have a kettle, you could use your Thermomix as a kettle. You can warm up your leftovers, like your soups and that sort of thing, on the warm up mode. There's also a rice cooker for absorption method of cooking rice. Thicken mode is my favourite mode for sauces, and also that's what I make my lemon curd on all the time. So there's now the option of 80 degrees or 100 degrees. So 100 degrees you might choose to do your bechamel sauce, and then your 80 degrees I do my lemon curd. But you can do gravies, custards, hollandaise, all the good stuff. What else? Oh yeah, when you're on the thicken mode, after 2 minutes the speed increases, so the sauce is getting thicker and the speed increases. Slow cooker, if you didn't have 2 Thermomix, you may not use your slow cooker when you're at home, because then you won't be able to use your other your Thermomix. But otherwise you can do 8 hours for slow cooking, and it doesn't stir the whole time, so every so often it will just do a bit of a stir there. So that's exciting. We also have fermentation for making pot set yogurt, is one of the best recipes. You've also got sous vide mode as well. So you can do 1 degree increments for the temperatures on sous vide to have your vacuum sealed proteins or even vegetables or fruit you can sous vide. Now you can put your sous vide bag into your simmering basket and do it in a water bath like that, but it doesn't give you as much space as if you were to put in a blade cover peeler. Now that's something that doesn't come with your Thermomix, so I would recommend getting one of those if sous vide and potato washing and peeling is something you'd like to do, which I really love washing my potatoes. That's the next thing that we're coming up to. So what happens with that, I'll go into the peeling mode. So peeler, it has all bumps on the blade cover peeler. You put 600 grams of water, 800 of potatoes. If they're big ones, you can cut them in half. And then it's sort of a bit like a rock tumbler. You put it on, and it's a little bit quieter, but still a little bit of a fun time when you're doing the peeling. So about 30 seconds you'll have your washed potatoes, and 4 minutes you'll have some roughed up, rustic peeled potatoes that I like to parboil and then roast, so you get all that nice crispiness for roast potatoes. Coming soon is the grater, slicer and spiralizer attachments for your TM7, so watch this space. And once you have got all the manual things, you also have access to Cookie Do on here. So Cookie Do is the online recipe platform. I'll try and do some more videos about that, but you can do menu planning, you can do shopping lists, you can have access to virtual cookbooks and recipes from all over the world. I just love it. And you can also do menu planning, if I didn't say that already. Now, we can also search for recipes. So I'm just going to search for, it just happens to be espresso martini. So once you have selected a recipe, you've got guided cooking, and you can scroll down to look at the recipe. If you want to skip ahead in the recipe, this only has 2 steps, but you can press on the step that you want to go to and you'll skip ahead. Okay, then you can press start on the recipe and it will guide you through each thing. So once you've put in an ingredient, it'll tick it off if you've got the right weight. So if you don't have the right weight, or it's a teaspoon or tablespoon, you can tick it off yourself in a nice way, of course. So I'm not going to keep that in there, because imagine if I accidentally turned it on and chopped up my butterfly. So once you've selected all the ingredients and added them, you can re-tear it with the scales. Just press next, and then it'll ask you to pop the lid on if that's in the recipe, and then you just press play. So it's just pretty cool. Now just say you wanted to redo a step, you can scroll back or scroll forward and then just click on those dots and set as the current step. So you can redo a step or skip ahead that way, which is very handy. At the top here, there's this little black line. When you scroll down, you can see there's a timer that you can use. The scales are there, also the pre-clean, so that's very handy to get to any time. And another awesome function that you can set up with Cookie-Doo is that on your phone or your iPad, it will show you what's happening on your Thermomix. So you could be outside in the garden or doing some fun things, and then you can tell if your Thermomix is finished cooking for you, which is very awesome. Now, I think there are so many amazing things I could tell you about the new Thermomix TM7. I absolutely love it, love both of them. And I cannot wait to finish setting up my new one and be making amazing recipes. So happy Thermomixing, everyone. I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, I've got so many boxes here, I can't hardly walk past. Oh, help me. Help. That wasn't very good planning, was it? I'll just see if there's any questions on the live video and I'll just stop the other video.